So in this quick video, I'm just going to be reflecting on the research we've done so far in preparation for our making of our short film. I'm just going to obviously be talking about research methods, things we've researched into, short films I've liked, stuff that's influenced me, all of that stuff, just reflecting on everything we've done so far. So I'll start with my research methods. Now, starting off the research, reflecting on what I've done, I've gone on to Short of the Week, which is a short film website, and I've pretty much just picked out ones that are around the 5 minute mark as well, because you want to make sure that we stick to the time frame in which we want to, make our short film. So I've been looking at 5 minute short films. I started off, any type of genre, anything at all, and then slowly but surely focusing my reflection, no, not my reflection, sorry, my research, focusing my research to a specific genre and then a specific type within that genre. So it started off with like anything. It could be like a comedy, a documentary, a drama, anything like that. First of all, reflecting on what I've done, I was focusing more towards documentary style. That was what we wanted to do. Me and Greg, we were like, obviously down for really wanted to film a documentary, basically, whether it be music or I don't know, anything else, like someone's life story told through a documentary style. That was something we really focused on. So the first parts of my research, reflecting back, we can see that they're very documentary based. I've focused on documentaries the most in that time. But then obviously with all the scheduled meetings we've had, like we've spoke over FaceTime and things like that, our sort of what we wanted to do had changed. That's detailed on the blog as well. I think we had a FaceTime call for about an hour where we discussed short film ideas and things like that. What we focused on was social anxiety. We wanted to do something on that, maybe a docudrama, which is like a mixture of the two. We've now reflecting on that. That was a really important and pivotal moment in the research because that was the point in which we decided what we wanted to do based on what we'd researched into. So that was a really pivotal moment in deciding what we wanted to do for our short film. And that was all based on the research as well, because we'd researched into documentary and drama, and those were the two that we liked the most. And we're still going to incorporate documentary parts into our final short film, even though it's a drama. So that shows how important our research was into finding a conclusion of what we wanted to do. And that was the pivotal moment, really, because from that point onwards, all we've done is research into dramas specifically about social anxiety as well. So that was a really, important part of, and reflecting back on what we did, that was the most important part probably of the research, was that it drew us to a point where we decided on the idea, and that was the whole point of the research in the first place. So that was, reflecting back, that was really important. But moving on from that, focusing on drama now, and more specifically, like I said at the start, we started with documentary, we then decided we want to do drama, and then from drama we had to pick something within that, like what we wanted to do a drama on. So we went with social anxiety. We felt that was a really, an issue that could be portrayed really well, could be really interesting for an audience to watch, and that was why we went with it. And that, reflecting back, that I think that was a really good choice of film, because now me and Greg have sort of obviously done all the research into it, and we've got all these ideas about how to portray it. It's proven to be a really good topic to make a short film on. So reflecting back, that was a really good choice of idea for a short film. Whereas the first one that we had about doing a documentary about a band might have been quite hard to pull off, because we'd have to get the band in the first place that none of us know, make sure they have an interesting story to tell, do plenty and plenty of interviews, almost to the point we'd have to script what they want to say to make sure that it's compelling and it fits into a narrative arc. That would have been a struggle. So basically, reflecting on that was really, reflecting back and looking at that, that was really important, because we've picked an idea I feel that is a lot easier to execute and a lot more interesting at the same time. So going on to our research more, my research technique mostly consisted of watching short films and then making videos on them, so analysing particular elements that I liked within it, whether it be camera work, editing, sound or mise-en-scène. It's very similar to the AS method I used, except this year I really wanted to portray it in video. So you'll see on my blog there's a lot of videos there detailing specific elements, and eventually then looking at all of the short films that I've researched into is rounding all of that up into one video. So like my camera work, like me and Greg between us have done camera work, editing and sound at the point of me recording this, but we might even go even further in depth with our research as it is an ongoing thing, and we need to make sure, obviously, that we're constantly researching and looking into how we can improve our film. So that's just a quick 5-minute reflection on our research techniques and what it's almost led us into, to the point now we've done our pitch and we're ready to do test shots. So that's what we're going to be working on this half term while we've got the time. So that was my quick reflection. Obviously there'll be more reflections throughout the whole coursework process, as that's pretty much the most important thing, is reflecting on your work. So yeah, thank you for watching.